Hi, this is H Trayford. This is the Week 17 update for Cozy Crops. It's the 2nd of February. This is the second to last update. Next week's video will be the release update, so we're getting super duper close, and the game is looking great. Um, we have 37 commits for this past week, bringing us to a lifetime total of 411, with 3 contributors for this week and a lifetime total of 8. So it's pretty amazing. And you can see we're on week 17 of 18 complete. The progress bar is almost full. Contributions for this week: Krister gave us a title screen with sunrays effect with a bunny on it. So you'll be able to see that during the demo. It's pretty amazing. Krister implemented the sound effects for the fishing game and also added a visual fishing line that goes from the player out into the water to help indicate that you actually are fishing. That's a great addition. Also, Krister found that there was a bumblebee's bit of artwork in the wildlife PNG, and so he added that to the overworld. So we'll try and walk around the overworld a little bit, see if we can find a bee. Alex composed and implemented all of the fishing music that occurs when you go fishing, and so that included doing a crossfade between the regular overworld music and the fishing music and back. It was pretty amazing, and it's wonderful music. So we'll listen to some of that during the demo. Cassidy turned on the shadows that Krister implemented, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Did some fixes on the carpentry shop, including fixing the door collision for when you try and leave the shop, and move the player spawn point so it makes a little more sense for where you appear when you transition to that scene. Continued the process of softening some of the tile edges in the overworld, which we've been doing off and on for a few weeks now. Updated the character create screen to add the secondary controls, so that's WASD plus space, and we'll see that in the demo. Improved the credits screen by adding some artwork into the background and adjusted the position of the credits text as it scrolls by, and we'll see that. Did some game balancing, lowered our start money, removed the shovel, and removed the fishing rod from the start inventory so that those are things that you have to purchase. Also did some work on the logic for identifying where forageable items can be spawned in order to reduce the likelihood that they appear on rooftops or docks or in pathways. So that's much better. And now the player starts each new day in their home, and we'll see that in the demo as well. I updated some code to adjust the fishing stuff with respect to the inventory and the shop, so that you can, if you catch a fish, you can sell it in the shop, and when you enter the shop, the game doesn't crash, so that's an improvement. And you can also give your fish to Jojo, the fisherman, which allows you, if you give the right kind of fish, to complete Jojo's quest, which is great. There were some bugs in the character create screen where if you either quit early or you didn't choose any options for your character, then you'd get some weird behavior, like either that game save file would be corrupted, or your character would show up in game and be bald instead of the default character. So we got that worked through. And then there was a bug where if you went to the credits screen and then came back to the title screen, the start and credits buttons would not reappear on the title screen, so then you were stuck. So got that fixed. As a part of that, also got the credits screen functionality implemented. The credits are just placeholder right now, and Chris will help us with compiling those credits, and so we appreciate that. Let's see. I think covered most of this. I limited the number of game saves you can have to 5, so that you don't have a list of game saves that goes off the bottom of the screen. And because there's now a limit, I added the ability to delete games, so that if you have too many, you can delete one to create a new game. Did a little bit more work on the forageable spawn locations, found that there were a number of tile types that had not been well identified in one of the files, and so that was causing some weird behavior, and so got that fixed. In that process, identified that there was a bug in the sorting algorithm for the draw list, and so sometimes you'd get a forageable item that was behind a tree but would be drawn on top of it, so that looked really funky. Got that fixed. The game looks a lot better as a result of that. And then also started some work on the player home map, so that the future state will be that if you purchase a different flooring type or different wallpaper, or the queen bed or whatever, we'll be able to modify the player's home scene so that it incorporates those new purchases. That part of it isn't working, but made some moves in that direction. So pretty excited about that. Let's check out the demo. So here we are on the title screen. I'm going to show the credits. When I click on it, obviously the music will start. And so hopefully it won't drown me out as I continue to record, but I want to show the progress that's been made on the credits. But before we leave the title screen, hope everyone is able to appreciate the amazing sun rays that are scrolling by on the title screen, plus the bunny. This is a really neat title screen, and I love it. So over to credits. And you can see that we've got the frame over on the left, and the credits, again, this is just placeholder stuff. The credits shows on the left-hand side and scrolls by for us, so that's super helpful. And so then we go back to the title screen, and you can see there's still a start and credits button, so that's also really nice, so that we can actually play the game at this point. And we'll go ahead and start a game. And I'm going to create a new game so that we can see the character create screen. We'll call it test 2. And so here we are on the credit create screen. You can see that up says W or up arrow, S or down arrow, so that we can see that you can do the WASD and then space as an alternate control scheme. And then we will go ahead and start a game. Now you can see that when you first start your game, you still appear in the overworld right outside your home. When we go to a new day, though, we will start that new day inside our home. So I'm going to press the N key in order to advance to the next day. And you can see there we go, I'm inside the home. And so, eventually the idea will be that hopefully when you purchase furnishings for your home, that will cause a change in this scene. Right now that's not working, but that's the future state. So we'll go ahead and go back out, and we'll keep an eye out for some bees. There aren't a lot of them in the world, so they may be a little bit harder to find. But we're going to go on over to the dock so that we can do some fishing. So select the fishing rod, and then and I'm going to turn this up for a second. Okay, so hopefully you can appreciate that chill fishing music and some of the sound effects that went with it. So you can hear me reeling in the fishing line there. So the fishing game is going really well. So that's really exciting. So let's see, we'll wander around for just another few seconds to see if we can stumble on one of those bees. Not seeing any right now. So anyway, the game is looking amazing. We've got some really great, oh no, that's a butterfly. Saw something flying, I was super excited. Okay, so that's the demo. Let's go back over to the slides, and we'll look at the Vikunja. So we'll go over to that. You see it's the 2nd of February, I'm doing the video, and next week is the release video. And so most of what we've got listed here still is a couple of bugs, and then some player home stuff, that stuff I was just talking about. There's a bazillion things over here, and nice to have that we would still appreciate getting any of those things in. So if you see something there, or you run into anything in the game, please jump in and make it the way you'd like to see it. So appreciate everybody's contributions. And, that's it for Cozy Crops for this week. Thank you.